Hi everybody, I'm Mike McCrory, and this is Would You Make It? The most interesting part of making a chess set is the knight, which is also the most difficult. The knights are the last pieces that I need to make for this set, and naturally I'm saving the best for the last. So, let's get started. I'm starting with a cylindrical blank of spalted maple, and I'm going to drill a hole in the bottom so that I can add lead weights later. I'll use my existing knight as a reference to determine the diameter of the base. Since a knight is not symmetrical all the way up, it's only the base portion that I can do on the lathe. Some people turn a base and then carve the rest of the knight separately and then glue them together, but I'm going to make this as a single piece. This base is similar to the bases of all the other pieces that I've turned, so this part is a bit of repetition from my other videos, except that I'm leaving the upper portion of the cylinder untouched. Now I'm going to draw the outline of the knight. This is easier if the upper portion had been left square, because I could just glue on an outline of the shape on two sides to represent the side profile and the front, but I have a cylinder to make it easy to drill a hole in the other end. When drawing on a cylinder, I need to exaggerate the profile as I get closer to the edge so that it takes up the full width of the piece. So it's really just a guide for me to cut away a lot of the waste before doing the actual carving. I'll use the bandsaw to cut away the waste. I'll do this in two steps. First, I will cut away the side profile. And then I will rotate the piece 90 degrees and draw the front profile and then cut again. Keep in mind that it's very rough at this point, so it just gives me a guide for how to carve it to the finished product. Now I will head over to the spindle sander to smooth it out and refine the profiles a bit. I'm going to start with the mane, so I'll draw a guide line down the back of the neck, and then I'll use a disc in my Dremel tool to cut along both sides of that line. I'm cutting on an angle so that the mane will be wider as it gets closer to the neck. I've been calling this carving, and I actually bought a set of carving knives for this project, but I quickly realized that it would be a lot easier to use a Dremel tool and some small drum sanding bits. This one is a 1/2-inch drum. I'm just sanding away all of the material on both sides of the mane so that it is fully exposed. Now I will draw on the ears and carve those with a small bit with a straight diamond burr. I'll start with a thicker one and then switch to a thinner one to carve behind the ear. Now I'm using a 1/4-inch drum to sand under the neck to clean it out and get everything smooth along the front of the chest. Now I'll work on the chin groove, the muzzle, and the forehead to improve the shape. The 1/4-inch bit was a little too small, so I switched to a 3/8-inch bit to finish up. Now I'll use a flush trim saw to cut the mouth with a slight upward angle. I'll use my smallest straight bit to cut the nostrils. This looks awfully painful for the horse, but I don't think he could feel it. It kind of reminds me of me sitting in the dentist chair a few weeks ago when he was drilling into the bone and installing an implant, but he was a pro, so it was painless. With that same bit, I'll remove some of the material along the top of the mouth to expose the teeth. And then I'll just clean everything up at the end with a saw. Now I'll draw on the two eyes and then use the small straight bit to carve around them. Continuing with that same small straight bit, I will make small indentations along the mane so that it looks like hair. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. Then I'll finish up by carving some detail in the ears and also along the nose. Now I just need to cut off the base, give it a bit of sanding, and it's done. It took me about 3 hours to make each one of these, and that's in addition to starting with the logs a few years ago, cutting up the wood and letting it dry, stabilizing it with resin, and preparing the blanks. I must have well over 100 hours invested in this chess set, but it was very rewarding in the end. The only other chess pieces I've ever made are these modern ones, so I wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull off making these more traditional pieces, but I think they turned out okay. So I gotta ask, would you make it?